Has he ever flipped the switch on you? Like
he has,
popped
dude.
off on you?
Yeah, no, he has. But they may have it on video. It was me, him, and then Chi Chong. That was one time. We're all smoking. I was like, all right, man. Like everybody kind of like they're telling me like to wrap it up. I'm like, all right, man. Well, thank you guys for coming. Why does it have to be over?
You don't cut off Mike. That's a legendary moment smoking with those guys. All right, guys. Henry Cejudo is back. Hopefully we don't lose the audio this time, man.
No, for sure, man. For sure.
What you been up to?
I'm just, I've been at FanFest for the last couple of days. Speaking today with Chuck Liddell and
Nice.
AB. And it's going to be fun, man.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
obviously just getting ready for the season.
Yeah.
Getting ready for this new year. A potential fight coming up in either February or March. So we're looking at those dates.
Oh yeah. Have you always been outspoken on politics? Because I know with sport, balancing that with sports is tricky, right?
Yeah, you know what? Not really, dude. Not really. I think once I started having kids, bro, I knew that I had to be different. I knew that, the sake of the future of my kids was something that something that you don't selfishly, you just like, whatever, dude. Politics is politics. But it's not until they actually bring it to the schools, and then it's a big deal.
Absolutely. And I know you had a rough childhood. We talked about it the first time. Did that make you want to become a better father?
Of course. I wouldn't say bad childhood. There's just a lot of things missing in my life. I guess sort of say I grew up very humble, poor, but
You were sharing a bed with your siblings.
yeah. But the whole nine. I mean, I was a kid that probably went to bed hungry at times, but it's also what's made us. You know what I'm saying? I've been able to really. I mean, think about a guy like LeBron James and then Bronny. And we're talking about it yesterday. What is the difference between both of those guys? Like, well, one grew up in the ghetto, and the other one maybe has the same ability, if not even more, because he has his dad and his mom, who seems like an athlete.
Yeah.
And he just can't make it because he doesn't have that grit.
I mean, even with McGregor in his later years, once he got the bag, he was never the same.
It's hard, man. It's hard. You start to taste freedom.
Yeah.
It's happened to me too, man. Like you just start to get comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, because you were unstoppable your first years, right?
Yeah, you take a break, you do the whole nine, and all of a sudden, like, people just catch up. You got to respect the game a little bit.
Yeah. Because
if not, I mean, it's gonna show. It's gonna show when you fight.
That's why someone like John Jones is so impressive, because he's won for 20 years now.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy.
I haven't seen that in your sport ever.
Have you had John on?
I want to get him on one day.
Yeah. I think I could possibly make that happen, dude.
That'd be dope, dude.
If Johnny Bones.
I know you're crushing it with your show too.
Yeah, man. Pound for pound with Kamaru, dude. We've been killing it too, man. We've had Canelo Alvarez, Shaq, Terrence Crawford, some of the biggest GSP. We're gonna have Tom Brady in the beginning of the year, so we're gonna start off the year with a bang.
You're pulling serious numbers, bro. It's impressive, because just because you have a following doesn't mean your podcast is gonna do well.
Right.
Until it still takes some skill.
Right. No, 100%. And we enjoy it, man. We enjoy the conversations with people and trying to get deep, dude.
Yeah.
And see what they can share with the world.
Yeah, because a lot of those guys, they're not fans of traditional media, traditional reporters. They're not sharing much with them.
Yeah, it's simple answers. But even you, I mean, why did you kind of start this whole
I didn't know it at the time, but I was looking for purpose and meaning in my life.
Uh-huh.
That's what I've realized 2 years into this. Just talking with people, getting their perspectives, it's really helped me find myself and be comfortable in my own skin.
Yeah.
At first, I was doing it just like on the side for like fun and maybe some money, but now this thing it's a lot of purpose driven.
Yeah. And you're from where?
I'm from Jersey.
Oh, you're in
But
Jersey.
both my parents are immigrants.
Okay.
So I got that hustle from them. My mom came here with $20. Didn't speak English.
And from where?
From China.
No way. So and then your dad?
Dad came from the UK, but he's Irish. So he had the farmland. He grew up on a farm.
Oh, wow.
So I guess crazy work ethic.
Right. No, I noticed that, but I just saw your list. How many people are you interviewing?
20 today, 20 yesterday, 10 the day before.
Shit.
50 in 3 days, man.
What are you doing? Coffee? What are you doing, man?
All natural.
Really?
Yeah, no drugs or anything. I do like psychedelics. Sometimes I'll microdose.
Yeah.
I like mushrooms.
Yeah. You ever done the toad?
No, we were talking about this the first time. You did some toads.
Toads. I was just talking to my friends about that, and how the toad is just like, it's like the monster of the monsters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like what is that? The peyote? What's the other one?
Ayahuasca.
Yeah, ayahuasca. Where you're tripping for like 50 or 15 hours, or however the hell long that is. This is like a 15-minute launch off that really kind of just shit.
Shout out to today's sponsor, Prolon. If starting the year with a fast feels a little daunting, you're not alone. There's an entire community of individuals wanting to make a meaningful decision in their health, just like you. This is what makes group fasting so powerful and why I'm joining in on Prolon's January Longevity Challenge, which is a coach-led program to set you up for fasting success. Prolon's fasting mimicking diet is a revolutionary plant-based nutrition program that nourishes the body while making cells believe they're fasting. I got all 5 boxes here and I'm starting day 1 tomorrow. It's researched and developed for decades at USC's Longevity Institute and backed by leading US medical centers. It helps promote healthy blood sugar, enhanced skin appearance, fat loss, and improved energy and focus. It all starts with their 5-day program, which contains snacks, soups, and beverages designed to keep the body in a fasting state. No guesswork or planning required, which is a relief after a busy holiday. If you guys are ready to make 2025 your healthiest year yet, order your Prolon 5-day kit at prolonlife.com/DSH. And they're offering Digital Social Hour listeners 15% off their 5-day nutrition program. Use the code DSH at prolonlife.com/DSH.
When it shows you your biggest insecurities.
Yeah.
So I had a chance to do that with Mike, with
Tyson, right?
Yeah, with Tyson.
Was that your first ego death?
Man, I don't even know if it's yes. yeah. It's beautiful, dude. It's beautiful because you're so alive that you're dead. You're so dead that you're alive.
Yeah.
As crazy as that sounds, you're able to kind of see all the emotions that happens, sadness, happiness. And you notice that they're all good and they're all bad. It's such a trip, dude. But I think for everybody, it's different. And then now the second time that I did it, I kind of had I wasn't doing too well. Like, fighting with the wife, the whole 9.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do it one last time. And yeah, dude, I fucking scared the shit out of me. I haven't done it since.
Wow.
It just took me to spiral. It's like, I think that one showed me like the size of my ego and how is it that you think you know everything, but it's also spitting you in a cycle. Like you're in a washing machine. Like you're coming up and you're going down.
Yeah.
So you're coming up and you're going down. It was fucking horrible.
I'm always aware of ego. It's something I battle with. Podcasting's actually helped me keep my ego in check.
Yeah.
Because
you don't say that.
Because you don't want to interrupt the guest. So you got to keep your ego. Realize the important part of the show is the guest, right? So you got to put the guest before you. And it was tough at first.
Yeah. For me, because I was hosting Hotbox with Mike Tyson for a couple years. So we did about 40 episodes. And when I did do the podcast with him, it was a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's almost like, even though we had a guest, I always had to make it about Mike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, all right, man, so-and-so's coming in. But remember, it's always about Mike because people watch it because of Mike. You know what I'm saying? So it was a different strategy. So when me and Kamaru started our podcast, like I was like, still in that same frame. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, but anyways, now it's different though.
That makes sense. What do you think of the fight? Do you think he should hang up the gloves, Mike Tyson?
He's making money, man. Like people think Mike Tyson is worth $100 million, bro. Like even if he was, he's going to spend it the way he wants to spend it.
Right.
So I don't think, I personally think that Jake Paul did him a favor, man.
Yeah.
But I will say this, like Mike Tyson, like you can tell, like he was already getting pissed off, dude. And then once he stepped on his toes, it was all over, dude.
Yeah.
Like that's the real Mike. Like Mike just said, I'm gonna let this guy kind of be the bad guy. Yeah. But then that Mike still has that switch. So whenever it is that they stepped on his toes, that was real.
Has he ever flipped the switch on you? Like
he has, dude. Yeah, no, he has. But I think because, and it was one time, and I don't think they may have it on video. And I was just trying to like cut off it was me, him, and then Chi Chong.
Yeah.
That was one time where we're all smoking. It was like, all right, man, like everybody kind of like, they're telling me like to wrap it up. I'm like, all right, man. Well, thank you guys for coming. Why does it have to be over?
You don't cut off Mike.
And then nobody, even these guys are like, oh, fuck, dude, like we smoked enough, like we talked enough, but Mike still wanted to talk, so we just kept talking, dude. So nobody wanted to tell him anything.
Yeah.
I had to be the bad guy. So.
That's a legendary moment smoking with those guys. I watched that movie in high school and it was a classic.
Oh, yeah.
Cheech and Chong.
Yeah. No, it was cool, man.
I can't handle weed these days. My anxiety, dude.
Really?
I can't do it.
Really?
I get so anxious. Yeah.
No way.
I had a near-death experience while I was high once. Okay. So ever since then, I just have this massive trauma. And when I get high, I get like PTSD.
Really?
Yeah. That really woke me up, dude.
What about, you don't do edibles or anything like that?
Edibles will mess me up, bro.
Yeah.
Mess me up. You eat edibles?
Yeah. I have edibles, man.
I mean, for you, it makes sense with all the pain you have and inflammation from fighting.
Yeah.
You need shit like that.
I'm with this company right now called Vire, bro. Like they have like different strands of like edibles or whatnot. And there's like, I had one for like my daughter's birthday party because dude, sometimes like running after kids, like, fuck, dude, it's like,
stressful.
I need something that's just to relax me. I'm not trying to drink. Dude, that shit, like, I just couldn't function. As soon as we sang happy birthday, I went straight to my room and I was just under the covers.
Oh man, that's me when I eat an edible. I got to get under my blankets and get away from everyone.
But they're following me.
Oh man, yeah. I used to love edibles.
Yeah,
I used to buy them in high school from people in class.
So tell me about you, Sean. Are you in the political realm? I mean,
I didn't vote. I did not vote. But I lean to the right.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's hard to be on the left these days.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What about your parents? Your parents being immigrants?
Grew up liberal in Jersey, pretty liberal state. So my mom voted for Obama and all the left people on the left. Same with my dad. But I think she just voted for Trump this election. She finally turned. What about yours?
Yeah, same thing. So, well, not really. We never really necessarily follow politics like that. But my mom, we, according to the television and whatnot, like you start watching a lot of stuff like Mexicans, they're very conservative people, but through television, you're able to kind of get brainwashed.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of those values that people don't stand by, but they try to portray Trump as a racist and X, Y, and Z. And I just felt like it was, I think with the whole, there's so many things that happened that played in the favor for Trump. Like even the whole Diddy thing, like people don't keep, like a lot of these celebrities lost a lot of that juice.
Yeah.
Because everybody was ever tagged to Diddy that's gonna freaking over there and represent, you know what I'm saying? Even like a J-Lo or even like a guy like LeBron James. Like, dude, you don't carry weight. You may carry weight on the court, but not in the political realm.
They don't carry the same weight they used to.
No.
Before celebrity endorsements used to work, but now they had Taylor Swift, LeBron, Jay-Z. It didn't even matter.
Jay-Z too, huh?
I don't know, actually. Sorry, I might have misspoken, but
but I also don't take. It's a trip, dude. But either way, dude, I think things are coming together, man. I think I feel like there's going to be a lot more unity, and I feel like Trump has done a great job to change politics for like forever, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like like businessmen now are running for politics. I got a good friend, Anthony Constantino. He's the founder and the CEO of Sticker Meal, and he's running for. He was about to get arrested for. Challenging the First Amendment, like putting this vote for Trump side in Amsterdam, New York, in a very liberal state.
Damn.
5,000 people. He put the event together in 3 days, called me. I brought him, Calvin Gastelum. I'm sorry, it was me, Calvin Gastelum, and Tracy. And we all flew out. We did the whole event. And it was crazy, man. It was cool.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Being Mexican, what's your whole take on the border situation?
Build the wall.
You're a fan of it?
Yeah, but it's not just a Mexican thing. It's a security thing. Whether you're Chinese, whether you're whatever you're from, like you just don't know who's coming in. Even though my mom came here in maybe not the most political way.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's good people and there's bad people. And people don't know this about my story. Like my mom, both my parents came to this country illegally.
Wow.
But my mom did the right thing. I mean, she was a kid. She was 15 years old when she came to America. There's no wall. Like it's just like, hey, dude, I live in a fucking war zone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you're showing all this freaking candy. Like, let me go check it out. Like she it pretty much went over just as an adventure. And then they realized that, dude, there's a whole new world out there. And then my dad on the other hand, came to this country, broke the law, committed crimes, and finally he got deported.
Wow.
And he was on the 3 strikes and you're out.
Damn.
So yeah, man. So I'm fair, bro. Is what I'm trying to say.
You got both sides.
I got both sides, bro. Don't tell me like, no. What I'm saying is protect our borders, protect our damn country.
Right. I know people on the innocent side as well that have been here for 10, 20 years.
But what does that tell you? What does my story tell you? There's a 50% chance that.
Right.
Dude, I'm a living proof of that.
Yeah. I'd say more than 50% are good people that come illegally.
Probably.
Probably. I think the bad ones get painted and put all over the spotlight, but there's a lot of good people.
Yeah, but you don't have kids yet, though.
I want kids.
Okay.
I'm excited, man. Getting married next year.
No way. Yeah. Congrats. Where at?
Jersey. We met in Jersey, so.
Oh, okay. So she's a Jersey girl too.
Yes, sir. You like Jersey girls? East Coasters are different. East Coast mentality. People in general, I gravitate towards East Coast people.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
East Coast is cool, man. A lot of my friends, like one of my producers is he's from New York. So I just like good people that are corny just like me.
Yeah. They're just straight up people, man.
Yeah.
It's faster paced. People in Cali are more lax, more chill.
Right.
They chase after the followers.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that, dude. How do you keep good people around you? You probably, especially with fighters, you know, a lot of yes men get around you guys.
Yeah, a lot of those, but I don't pay attention to it. You know what I'm saying? And if I feel like once you start to feel like how I got that intuition, then you gotta cut people out, dude.
Yeah.
I remember one time I had a friend who was a videographer and he just started becoming fucking weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like he was watching all my stories and he knew when I was home and, you know, he wanted to bring gifts and shit like that. And, and finally, dude, I had to fucking kick him out of my house to be like, hey.
Oh,
dude,
he was living with you?
No, he wasn't living with me, but he was just too much.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, I don't want you to film. Like, dude, like, I need my fucking personal space, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that shit's real. And it's just, you know, people just fanboy out. Not saying that he was a crazy guy, just, you know, people fucking just will overstimulate you. You got to be careful with that. So I'm proud of myself because I'm not the guy that will just, like, I'll tell you what I'm feeling, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't want to do something, I'm not going to do it. You know, or if I got to tell you, hey, that's it. Like, that's it.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Or I'll just fucking leave.
Intuition's important these days, man. Yeah. AI is getting really advanced. So that's going to be what separates people in the future.
What do you mean by that?
Well, there's going to be deep fake videos. There's going to be all sorts of artificial intelligence pretending to be you, pretending to be me. Our voices are already getting copied right now as we speak.
Yeah.
So you're going to need good intuition to identify what videos are real. And it's going to be scary times, dude.
Yeah, I saw that too, man. Like there's some ads with Joe Rogan on it.
I saw those.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like,
on TikTok, right?
Yeah,
they run TikTok ads.
I was like, nah, Joe Rogan wouldn't fucking endorse that. He wouldn't endorse Condom Depot.
Yeah, you've been on that show. What's your big takeaway? What did you learn from Rogan?
He's well, I think my whole mentality is anytime you come into an interview, like you got to do your best to make yourself. You almost got to kind of throw the softball out too.
Yeah.
So I think for Joe, he's knowledgeable in the fight game, but I necessarily didn't see. Like, there's not a stance with Rogan. You know what I'm saying?
A stance?
Like a stance in the way where, okay, I don't know, bro. Like, that's a trick question.
Yeah.
Like, I've met a lot of smart people, and Joe Rogan is smart, but I'm not also like, oh, shit.
You are super impressed.
No. I was impressed. I mean, I don't want this to come out the wrong way.
No, he's got a unique style.
Yeah, it's just different.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Like, and I had friends who tell me, hey, man, I was with Rogan. It's like, hey, bro, you got to come up with these storylines. Like, you gotta make sure that the pattern of the actual story. If you're gonna be on for an hour and a half, like you got to go out there and actually do it.
Well, that's actually because he doesn't ask many questions. He treats it more like a conversation.
Yeah, so you can't go into a conversation with like Joe Rogan and just expect him to fucking, you know what I'm saying? If not, he's just be like, all right, guys, all right, man. Well, thank you for coming in.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying though.
Like,
he won't carry the show.
Exactly. So maybe that's what I'm trying to say is like, you got to help carry that show for Rogan.
Right.
And bring up the topics. And then you also hear from him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
No, but he's a sharp dude, man. He's been around the game for
15.
For a very long time.
In the pod game for like 15 years.
Yeah, and he's the original, bro.
Yeah.
Like when you talk about like like the podcast, like who started, like if you look at his like the podcast he used to do, like when he first started, it was like 800 views.
I used to watch those with Fleshlight in the background.
But he came up, dude, and I think that's one thing that I will say about Joe Rogan is that he stuck with it. He was the first. He stuck with it, and you know he's a great analyst.
Yeah. I mean that happened to you when you were fighting. The money wasn't that good back then.
Yeah.
You know, you stuck with it, and now people are making a living.
Exactly. I think you know, I think the future generation for like UFC fighters, I think they're going to be making like crazy money, dude.
I mean, you saw Jones demand 30 and he's getting it.
Is that what he demanded?
30 mil, yeah. I just saw a report that he's getting it, so good for him, man.
Fuck, I didn't know. You're breaking news to me right now, Sean.
I mean, it's his last fight. You got to go out with a bang.
Yeah, you know what? He deserves it, bro. He deserves, but he's also going. But I wonder, Alex Pereira just got out of an interview, or he just met with the UFC, and I think they're gonna. I don't know, bro. I think they're probably gonna make the Jones Pereira first.
Really?
Yeah, I think so, bro.
He might have two more then.
And I think maybe the 30. I think they're probably doing 15 and 15, but you're only able to get the 30 if you're able to.
That makes sense.
Yeah, because 30, that sounds, well, from what I heard, I think they had offered Khabib 40.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
So he might get 30 then. I'm sure McGregor's cleared 30 in the past.
To fight McGregor again. I think.
Oh, right now?
No. Right before he retired. I think there was like a thing that they offered him 40 million
Damn.
to scrap, or whether it was Khabib or Mayweather. I think he got offered like 100, and he was like, nah, I'm good.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
How much longer do you want to keep fighting, you think?
I'm playing it fight by fight, dude. But I'm towards the end of my career, dude.
Yeah.
You know, with kids, it's just different, dude. I gotta, I do it for them.
I love that.
I do it for me, but it's just, you'll know when you have kids, your mentality will shift. The shit that you used to do for free, no more. No more. The time that you used to do, that you used to just get for free, you're like, nah, man, these 20 minutes are valuable to me. I love my kids this much.
Yeah. You cherish your time way more now.
You have to, man.
I love that, dude. Where can people keep up with you, watch the podcast and everything?
Yeah, you guys, Pound for Pound. We have Pound for Pound. I also have a Spanish podcast too. It's called Sin Guantes. Obviously, my IG. You guys just Google Henry Cejudo.
Boom. Check them out, guys. Peace.